Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us. For this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Newage Legendary Heroes. This is their take on a shattered glass Swoop figure. So in this video, we're going to unbox him live, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We'll then have to do some comparisons of him with his original Newage mould. Then we can also have a look at him against his original Generation 1 self. We could bring in some of the other Newage Dinobots and indeed some other figures as well, just to give you an idea of the scale and size of this particular figure. So as you can see, loads to get through this video. So as I start to pop these away, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please. And then also is to remind anybody, if they want to order this, I will put a direct link for this from Show Z for you in the description. And if you'd like to use my code, that will greatly help me and the channel out as well. So this is the outer packaging, and as you can see, it's based on, I think it's an old poster, to be honest, but what I want to point out to you is the fact that the nowhere on this is he called Swoop. And the reason for this is that Newage figures, the Legendary Heroes, are not licensed by Hasbro or Takara, so they can't make, or they can't use the actual real name. This is the outer box though, which you can see. It then comes packaged in a big clamshell like this. He comes in his alternate mode, obviously, which you can see. We're going to have a look at all of these accessories in a second, but what I want to show you is how he comes packaged. There's just a couple of things that you need to do to him to get him ready properly for his alternate modes. You can fold the wings out, that's obviously on these big hinges there, but then you also need to, there's his little tail right tucked in there as well, you can fold that out. So this is the alternate modes, and as I've said, this is basically a shattered glass version. And even though this is a legend scale size figure, it is much bigger than the G1 itself, especially the wingspan. The wingspan is huge on this. If I was to fold them all out straight like so, and then I can fold the feet up as well, but I just want to give you an idea, I suppose, of how much bigger this is compared to the G1. Obviously there's another 40 years worth of engineering between these two, so you're going to see huge differences in exactly that, but the homages are fantastic. Some of the transformation process is very similar, and I've uploaded a separate tutorial for you guys if you need that to help you out, because the same with all of these, they can be really quite intricate. So the feet, as you can see, we can fold these down. You can put them both flat if you want, like so, and then we can bring the beak down, and it won't fully clip there because these are in the way, but you can sort of stand him up if you wanted to. You just have to push the heel screws down just a little bit more, and that would make him balance like so. Now you can see he's got the same, I suppose, connecting ports as what the Generation 1 figure had. So if I open up all these, you'll notice that there's going to be a couple of sets of hands, and that's because they don't come with the hands on. They come with the hands in these, like so. So you've got open hands or you've got closed hands to hold the accessories. It's entirely up to you. So what we've got here is, of course, the missile or rocket launchers. These will fit into the underside of the wing, and of course in the palms later. You can then, if you wanted to, attach the blast effects, or this is a bit better than a blast effect, to be fair. This looks like it's literally firing a missile out, shall we say. Let's pop that there, and let's see what these are for. These could also go on the end of that as well, but I'm sure you'll agree that is a much more impressive looking way. If you're going to put this on a display stand, you probably want them. Or maybe we'll just spin it around, make it look like he's flying. No, he doesn't need to look like he's flying, because of course he's a pteranodon. You'll also notice there's articulation. Let me take these out of the way. In the neck, as in the fact that it can turn left and right. The beak does open up as well. But with regards to the rest, there's not much more that you can do with it. However, as I've just pointed out, it is a great looking figure. With regards to scale and size, it's probably, to be honest, not far off a Voyager class size, because that's deluxe. And again, deluxe is quite, well, that's a small deluxe, that's a large deluxe, but these are really big, and that's what surprised me with these when I first started reviewing the Newage Dinobots, because they are big. Right, there's a G1 Bumblebee, just to give you an idea of, I suppose, how big this one is. To be honest though, guys, there's not much more to show you with regards. In fact, let me just see if these do exactly what I thought they did, just in case. I'm sure they will do, just like G1. Yeah, there you go, they'll go on the end. So here you go. So you got some pre-launched missile launchers, and that's what they will look like. Not much more to say about the alternate mode though. Let's come back, have a look at him. In fact, let's bring this one in quickly. Shattered Glass Grimlock. Oh, can I fold that down? So that is how the two of them are looking. And yeah, there you go. Crazy colour schemes, work every time. There they are. Let's come back and have a look at him in his robot mode. Okay then guys, here he is in his robot mode. As I've said, hopefully you use the tutorial and I hope it helps you out. Robot mode is great. I think this is where the colour scheme really starts to pop, makes it look so much better. Love the fact we've got the reflective gold there. There's die cast parts there on the hips. As I mentioned in the first part of the video, the fists, he doesn't have them attached. I'm going to pop these on in a second, but first and foremost, let's show you the articulation. So the head and the detail is lovely. Like loving the, I suppose they're like a salmon coloured eyes, to be honest. Head will go all the way around. You can see it's on a ball joint or mushroom peg, however you want to refer to it. It'll look up and down, no issues whatsoever. Arms on the shoulders, they'll spin all the way around. They'll do full T's all the way out to the side. If you move the wings out of the way, they can go. Oh, let's straighten this up, then go all the way around completely unrestricted. You've got a swivel, you've got a bicep flexion, double pretty much to be fair, double bicep bend there. And of course you're going to have a wrist swivel because I'm going to attach the fists in a second. If you lift the beak slightly out, you've got a full waist rotation, so that's up to you if you want to use it. Just be aware that the beak and some of the back package can get in the way. Hips will come all the way out to the sides. You can do full splits, you can kick. This is a skirt, so again just be careful as you're moving these. You can kick it all the way up and then you can go as far back as you can without getting caught on the kibble at the back. But you can see there you've got a swivel underneath that part, you've got a full knee bend which does reveal the rest of the heel. You've got, this is really clever, look, even though it's like this you can still ankle tilt and rock the feet, so fully articulate. Enough, I say, just as much articulation in a masterpiece figure, hence the term mini masterpieces. And again, it's up to you how you want to have the wings. These can come all the way out if you want them, they can come condensed all the way in and over, or you can have them completely back. It's up to you. There's loads of different ways to have it, and I'm sure you'd agree they look great. Let's spin the leg back around. Let's take these little fists then, separate them off the sprue. I'm not going to put the other fists on purely just because it's going to be open hands. Oh, and of course you can actually tuck this away. So what that's showing you as I've dropped the fist typically is that you can tuck these fists away and still complete the transformation process, so it doesn't hinder it. I can push that there completely out of the way and it won't hinder it. And to be honest, I think I will keep it on for exactly that reason, to show you the reverse transformation with the fists on. Right, so I need to do that now just to pull it back out, I think. Oh no, I can just about get my nails in, so lift that up. Same with this. This is probably going to move now, hopefully it won't. I need to push or put enough pressure upwards so it doesn't push them in, just exactly like what it's just done. But that's why I keep rolling with things like this, because if it happens, then, you know, if it happens to you guys, you understand that it's just normal. So there's the fists. Let's go with, as I say, the non-firing missiles. So this is again a perfect homage straight to G1. But again, no sword. I don't know why there's no sword. Maybe there was a sword. I can't remember if there was a sword in the original one. But let's do some comparisons then. So let's bring up the G1. There we go. Oh, I could put both of the missiles in his hand. And again, these Newage are brilliant with their space things, because you can see here that he was much bigger in the alternate mode, but quite similar in height in the normal mode. Okay, there's, I think this was the first use of the mold, the cartoon accurate version, and that is the G1 version. So there is your comparisons with them. Let me bring these out of the way. I've still got Grimlock in his alternate mode, to be fair. I haven't transformed him, but I'll do that later when I get all the rest of the Dinobots together. But there's one of the bigger Dinobots, Sludge. Much bigger compared to that. And with regards, I suppose, to some of your other Newage figures, that's how big he is compared to Prime. If you don't collect Newage and you collect Magic Square, there's a Magic Square Trailbreaker, there's an Iron Factory Mirage or Sheen, or I can't think what his name is, to be fair. And on the other, there's an Dr. Wu Ultra Magnus, a whole abundance of third-party figures. But if you, like me, didn't collect or don't collect until I started doing reviews, third-party figures, and you've got no idea of the scale or size of these, here's a few other figures to give you an idea. So there is a G1 Optimus Prime. This is a Voyager class Starscream from Reactivate. This is a core class Optimus Prime, and now I need to find a deluxe figure. Now usually New Age are in between deluxe and core, but because, oh no, it is, even though this is a bigger bot, it still fits in between that sort of size. So yeah, depending on which deluxe figure you've got, some of them are much bigger than others, etc. And I've just got one other unofficial third-party figure there. That's Mechanic Studios' take on a Shattered Glass Sandstorm. So there we go, that gives you an idea of size and scale. Let's move all these out of the way and I suppose just finish up, to be honest, because there's not really much more to say about it. You've seen we can have some open hands. We can, of course, if we want to, pop these on the wings if you wanted to, like that. And as I've already said, you can bring the wings out in loads of different ways, however you want to. There's an ab crunch as well, sort of, but again, the beak does tend to get in the way and restrict a few things. In honesty, guys, as I said, not much more to say about this figure. It is fantastic, it does look really good, and it's probably one of my favorites, in fact, if not the favorite of the New Age Dinobots so far. So there you have it. This is the New Age Legendary Heroes Monster Toruk. Let me know what you think of him in the comments, guys, and of course you can get him using my code via the link in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.